Hi, my name is Diana, and Caitlin told me about this, and she got me into this. So I'm sorry if you don't like me. If you don't like me, don't watch it. Um, Basically, how I found about Who's Line was when I was 6. Me and my family would watch it, and it became kind of like a tradition. So I really, I really didn't understand what was going on since at the age of 6 I knew little to no English, and I didn't really get that it was an improv show because I didn't really know what improv was. So one day, out of nowhere, the show got canceled, right? And I really didn't understand why. I was really enjoying the show, but I didn't never ask my parents because I really didn't know what I was going to ask. Mainly because, again, I was 6 and I didn't know what the hell we were watching. So after we stopped watching it, um, my cable box broke down. The cable box is the box that contains the cable. I don't know. Over here we call it gaha. It doesn't even have a. Never mind. It broke. So then my dad installed the one that was in the living room to my room, which eventually broke too. Then my dad installed the one that's in his room, and it eventually broke too. And then when my brother decided to get into these sites that shall not be named that have a bunch of movies and series, when he decided to subscribe to them, he gave me his cable box, and which eventually broke too. Um, so after all those cable boxes broke, and the site that my brother was using, which I was also using, became very boring to me, I decided to go into YouTube just to watch videos. Then all of a sudden I remember about Whose Line is. I'm like, maybe if anybody knows about it, maybe I'll see a few clips, maybe. When I look at it, I don't know if I'm exaggerating, over 4,000 clips of Whose Line. And I think I've watched them all. I don't even know. So I got hooked on it extremely, almost to the point where it became obsessive. I would watch Whose Line before I went to sleep. I would watch Whose Line when I was eating my dinner. I would watch Whose Line on my weekends, and I would watch Whose Line for breakfast. Just Whose Line everywhere. And I really tried to explain to my friends, but they would never get it. They would never find it funny because they didn't watch the show. So I got really into it, and when I found out about Jeff and Wikipedia him, I found out about Impropaganza, which I got really into too. And then through YouTube, I found out about Drew Carey's Green Screen Show and the Drew Carey Show. So that's how I found out about the whole Whose Line thing. But I really have to say that that show really did change my life for the better, of course. It made me want to go more into the wonderful thing I call theater, which I'm completely in love with. And it made me realize that if you think you have talent but nobody else sees it, you should still go for it, no matter how much work it puts you through. Because I consider myself a pretty damn good actress. Um, I know. My humbleness is just showing right now. Um, and I've been into, right now I'm working on a musical, but my first play I played almost an extra, and I got really depressed because of it. But then I remembered the Whose Line guys and how good they are at what they do, and they don't get credit for it. So that really helped me when I was cast as an extra, and I've never given up on acting since. And not only that, but it also taught me that life is kind of like improv. You know, the fact that if you plan out every little thing, it doesn't work out like it's supposed to. You can't live life completely planned. It has to be spontaneous and crazy, just like improv. So I'm really glad I found out about Whose Line, and it's really great to meet Hoosers like you guys. And I wish you guys would talk to me more often because I know all of you are amazing. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I hope you enjoyed watching this 5-minute video, which is always gonna be 5 minutes and 2 seconds. So yeah, good night from over here because it's already 6:43, and good afternoon wherever you are, or good morning or whatever. Bye. Bye. That was a creepy bye. Goodbye.